Good morning, students. Today we will be starting the first lesson of third standard ICSE Science. The chapter name is Things Around Us. Okay, in this chapter we will be studying about the different types of things in our surroundings. There are mainly two types of things in our surrounding. One is man-made things, other one is natural things. About man-made things and natural things we'll be studying in this chapter. Further, we'll be studying the two types of natural things, that are living things and non-living things. Okay, all these topics will be covering under this lesson. Okay, let us start the lesson. If you have your textbook, please open your textbook. Follow what I am reading. If you feel any word is difficult, spelling is difficult, please underline those words. Then after this lesson is over, you can practice them. Okay. Let us start. Time to know. The world around us is filled with variety of things. We see different kinds of things like plants, birds, people, trees, mountains, chair, table, television, books, clothes, etc. around us. We already know that our world is made up of living and non-living things. Living things have basic needs such as air, water, food and shelter if they are to survive. Different animals have different characteristics that help them to survive. Plants require water and nutrients to grow. Okay, we have finished reading the first paragraph. See, children, in this whole world there are many things. When you see things around you, you can see many things. You can see television, you can see chair, table, people, birds, dogs, many things you can see. See, there are different things in this world now. So we will categorize these things mainly into two types. One is man-made things and other one is natural things. Okay, we will be categorizing all these things as man-made and natural things. Okay, let us read the next paragraph. All these things are not of the same kind. These can be divided into two main classes: man-made things. The things which are made by man are called man-made things. These are chair, table, telephone, television, radio, car, aeroplane, road, etc. Natural things. The things which occur in nature are called as natural things. The common example of natural things are plants, trees, sun, moon, stars, dog, horse, clouds, rock, etc. Okay, now listen here. See, I already told all the things in this world are mainly divided into two things: man-made things and living natural things. Okay, they are the two classifications of things. One is man-made things, other one is natural thing. Okay, now let us see what is man-made thing. The things which are made by man are called as man-made things. Example is chair, table, television, telephone, radio, etc. These are all the example of man-made things. Okay, see, chair. Where do we get chair? We go to a carpenter shop. The carpenter will take wood and cut it into pieces and prepare a chair and give it to you. So the chair is made by a human being. Carpenter is human being, no? So the chair is made by human beings. Correct, no? So chair is a man-made thing. So the things which are made by man are called as man-made things. Understood? Now coming to television. Where is television produced? Televisions are produced in factories. In factories, who are working? Again, in factories, human beings are working. They will work, they will use technology prepared by scientists. Then, using the technology, they will prepare a television. Again, television is also made by man. Correct, no? So television is also man-made thing. Okay, coming to natural things. Things which occur in nature are called as natural things. Example is plants, animals, trees, sun, moon, stars, rock, etc. See, these things are not created by man. The natural things are not created by man. Okay, it already exists in nature. Okay, it is also already present in nature. We can use these natural things to produce man-made things. See, tree is a natural thing. We will cut the tree, take the wood of the tree, we will cut it into pieces and we will prepare a chair. So chair is a man-made thing, but tree is a natural thing. You are understanding, no? So things which are already present in the nature are called as natural things. Now, human beings are natural things or man-made things? See, human beings are natural things. Human beings already exist in nature. Human beings already exist in nature. Okay, so only human beings are also natural things. Let's go to the next topic. Again, I will be reading. Please follow what I am reading. Natural things can be classified into two types: living things and non-living things. Okay, please turn your page, go to the second page, that is page number 2. See, they have told us what? Natural things can further be divided into two types. One is living thing and non-living thing. These are the two types of natural things. Now let us read about living things. Open page number 2. Okay, follow what I am reading. Living things grow and reproduce. Humans and animals produce young ones through various methods. Plants also have the ability to reproduce through seeds, stem, etc. After a period of time, all living things mature and die. Non-living things do not grow, reproduce, or die. We come across both living and non-living things in our daily lives. Sometimes it is very easy to differentiate between the two, but at times it is difficult. There are many features and factors which make living things different from non-living things. Living things, as the name suggests, are lively and active. They are made up of cells, exhibit characteristics of life like growth, movement, reproduction, response to stimuli. They evolve and require energy for daily activities. Some of the daily life examples of living things around us are human beings, animals, plants, and microorganisms. Okay, now we have finished reading about living things. So, if you have underlined any word, please practice it after some times. See, you should underline words such as microorganisms, animals. All these words are difficult. No, the spellings are difficult. Reproduction. This kind of words you underline and practice the spellings. Okay. Now let us start the explanation of living things. See, natural things are divided into two types. One is living things and other is non-living things. So let us come to know what are living things. Okay. See, living things are things which exhibit characteristics of life. What are the characteristics of life? The characteristics of life are growth, movement, reproduction, response to stimuli, evolution, requirement of energy. If all these characteristics is shown by a thing, then only it will be called as living thing. If these characteristics are not present, then it is called as non-living thing. Okay, so let us see whether we human beings are living things or not. See, do we grow? Yes, we will grow. We will grow. Okay, when you are a small baby, you were very small and your weight was also less and your height was also very less. Now when you compare your photo in the childhood to your photo now, your height has increased, your weight has increased and you have grown, correct? Now so human beings also exhibit growth. Okay, do we require food? Yes, human beings require food. Food will give us the energy. So human beings also require energy. Do we move from one place to another place? Yes, we move to one place to another place. Then do human beings reproduce? Yes, human being reproduce. See, you are born to your parents. Your parents are born to your grandparents. So this shows that human beings are reproducing. Okay, so that condition is also done. What the last condition is response to stimuli. What stimuli you should understand? Stimuli are sudden changes in our environment. Okay, stimuli is what? Stimuli is sudden changes in our environment. Okay, see, when the temperature around us is very hot, we will start to sweat, correct? No, correct or wrong? When the temperature around us is very high, when it is very hot day, we will start to sweat, correct? No, so this is a type of response to stimuli. Similarly, you have seen the Techminar plant. See, in this picture you can see this is called as the touch me not plant. Okay, this plant, when you touch, it will close the leaves. Okay, I hope most of you have seen this plant. If it you can easily see these plants in your ground, in your surroundings. It is very oftenly seen. So when you touch this plant, the leaves will close automatically. This is also a example of response to stimuli. So by this thing, we can understand that plants and animals are living things. Also, human beings are also living things. We human beings are also called as animals, okay? We are nothing but animals. We are one type of animal, okay? So, all plants and animals are living things. See, in this picture, you can see a small sapling growing into a huge tree, okay? This shows that living things are growing. In the next picture, see, you can see a dog has given birth to two puppies. What do you mean by puppy? Puppies are babies of dog, okay? Puppies are babies of dog. So this picture will indicate that living things will reproduce, okay? This is the picture of a plant producing seeds. These seeds will go fall on the land, it will germinate and become a new tree, okay? This is a classic example for reproduction in plants, okay? In this picture, the lion is jumping. So, we can say that living things are showing movement. Okay, now it is jumping from one place to another. This shows that human beings are showing movement. Sorry, not human beings. Living things are showing movement. Okay. See, these two pictures. In these two pictures, the children are eating and drinking water. So, what we can say from this, human beings require food for survival, food and water for survival, okay? So, living things require food and water for survival. We human beings also are called as living things, okay? All animals and plants are called as living things. Also, microorganisms are also called as living things. Now, I am telling again and again microorganism. No, do you know what is microorganism? Microorganisms are living organism which can be seen only through microscope. Okay, they are called as microorganisms. So, animals, plants and microorganisms, all of them are living things. They show the characteristics of life. So only they will be called as living organisms. Okay, now let us come to non-living things. Again I will be reading. Please follow what I am reading. After once I have read everything, I will start the explanation. Non-living things. Non-living things do not exist. Non-living things do not exhibit any characteristics of life. They do not grow, respire, need energy, move, reproduce, evolve. These things are made up of non-living material. Some examples of non-living things are stones, paper, electrical goods, books, buildings, and automobiles. All living things require energy for the sustenance of life. This can be achieved through various methods. For example, human beings breathe in oxygen to release energy from the food consumed. Plants trap light energy for photosynthesis. Likewise, to protect our body from cold weather, we make use of heat energy. We maintain homeostasis and require energy for all activities. Non-living things have no activities and hence do not require energy. Okay. Now let us learn about non-living things. See, we can call a thing as non-living thing when we can call it as non-living thing when it does not exhibit the characteristics of life. What is the characteristics of life? I have already explained: growth, respiration, need of energy, movement, reproduction, and evolution. These are the characteristics of life. The car, let us take an example of the car. Will car grow? No. Will car breathe? Will it take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide? No. Will car reproduce? No. Will car evolve? Will a old Maruti 800 car evolve into a new Benz car? No. Evolution is also not seen in car. Car will show movement, no? It will move from one place to another place. So can we tell car as living thing? No, because things which exhibit all the 7 characteristics of life will only be called as living things. If only 1 or 2 characteristics if it exhibits and all other characteristics are not exhibited, then it will be called as non-living thing only. Okay, see, car, table, books, bat and football, all of these are non-living things. Okay, see, all human beings perform some activities. Okay, we breathe daily. Not daily, every second we breathe. Okay, once we stop breathing, we will die. Why will we breathe? We will breathe because we should take in oxygen. Why is oxygen required? Oxygen will break down the food that we consume and provide energy for us to work. Okay, why we need oxygen? Oxygen will break down the food we consume and produce energy for us. Okay, using that energy we will work. Okay, that is the reason why we breathe. Similarly, plants will trap sunlight. Okay, sunlight is the ultimate source of energy. All living things get energy directly or indirectly from the sun itself. Okay, this thing you should never forget. If someone asks you which is the ultimate source of energy, you should tell as sun. Sun is the ultimate source of energy. Okay, now why will the plant trap sunlight? The plant will trap sunlight because it will use this sunlight energy in the process called as photosynthesis to produce its own food. Again, afterwards, the plant will consume the produced food and get energy. In this way, the plant will get energy and it can perform its activities. Okay, but see, this bat, ball, table, car, they do not perform any activity, so they do not require energy. Okay, the main difference between living and non-living things are: living things perform activity, non-living things do not perform activity. Since living things perform activity, they require energy. Non-living things do not require energy. Okay, students, this is all for today. We will be continuing the lesson tomorrow, or in the next class we will be continuing the lesson. Okay.